Coming into last night's game against the Houston Rockets, the Golden State Warriors were 16-2 with the best record in the NBA. They had a 12-game winning streak on a roll, and it looked like it was going to be a good game. Uh, but once again, uh, the Warriors have been kind of exposed a little bit for one weakness that they have. Well, a couple of weaknesses, but generally speaking, one weakness that they have now is that they've relied too much on the 3-point shot, too much, and when that shot isn't falling, they become vulnerable. Now, still, the game went to double overtime. They still had a shot to win, but of course, habitual nut kicker and applehead, Draymond Green just cannot keep his hands or his feet to himself, and he kicked James Harden in the head, I believe, and he was awarded a flagrant one, I believe, and that ultimately became the difference in the game, more or less. Also, I think James Harden made both his free throws, while on the earlier foul attempt, Draymond missed one of two. But Draymond had a very good night. 15 points, I believe. What was it? 15 points, 9 rebounds. No. 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 9 assists. Came very close to a triple-double, but he fouled out, as did Stephen Curry, who did not shoot particularly well, despite the fact he had 28 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Even Kevin Durant, who had 39 points, was only 12 of 28 from the field and only 3 of 11 from downtown. Klay Thompson really stunk up the joint, shooting only 4 of 20 from the field. Klay Thompson has especially struggled from 3 this year so far. He's shooting about 46% from the field. He's taken more threes than ever this year. And he's actually shooting a career best from beyond 2. When I looked this up, he's shooting 55% from 2, but he's shooting only 35% from beyond the arc, which for him is subpar. It'd been great for John Starks, who was a streaky 3-point shooter, but for Klay Thompson, who's a perennial 40% plus 3-point shooter, that's not what he's normally at. So, I guess the star tonight, being the fact that the Houston Rockets won, is James Harden. He had a triple-double. I believe he had 29 points, 15 rebounds, and 13 assists. His 4th triple-double of the season. If it was not for the unbelievable performance and start by Russell Westbrook, MVP honors would be favored toward James Harden right now. But he still is playing great basketball. I believe he's still leading the NBA in assists. But Golden State, they could drop to 16-3. They're still not as good as their team last year. At this point in time, they were 19-0 last year. But they're still a great team, and I think that they'll probably make it to the NBA Finals, most likely. But that's not etched in stone. I think other teams are getting their acts together. But that was a good game last night, and tell me what you guys think about that performance by both teams and individual players.